Don't hit the... There's a little kid. Do not hit the little kid. I'm just telling you. You can't...
Hit the big kid. Hit the adult. Hit the grandpa. But don't hit the little kid.
Hello, everybody.
Hello!
Welcome back to our channel.
So we just finished our second premarital counseling session.
Yes.
Woot woot! So I thought that we could talk about that a little bit today. I want this one to be less of a fun one
and more of a boring one.
You know. Also, I hope this video doesn't turn out really shaky because it looks like it might.
But if it does, we're probably just gonna put it up anyway because, you know, everyone sucks at the beginning, so we'll just be the sucky people at the beginning of their channel, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, we wanted to talk about that a little bit today, and then also a little bit about long distance. This is the third time we've tried filming to talk about long distance.
And I hate talking about it.
So let's start with premarital counseling. We're going to get ice cream, by the way.
I'm so excited.
And this road's so bumpy. Maybe all the YouTubers' videos aren't bumpy when they do car vlogs because they live in freaking California that has freaking good roads. But here we are in freaking Michigan. Construction here, construction there, pothole there, pothole here. So premarital counseling. Since we are Christian.
Surprise, we're Christians.
We've literally said that 5 times.
I know. That's why I said surprise.
Oh, okay. Trying to make it sound
trying
judgy.
to be like, yeah, we're perfect and we know everything because we don't.
Let's just say that premarital counseling, whether you take it with a pastor or with a counselor, at least in our opinion, is a good thing for a couple of reasons. Our first session was kind of challenging for us. We were asked some questions, some very basic questions about love and marriage. What was the question last week that was we were just
It was literally why do you love the other person? And I sat there for I don't know how long. It wasn't that long really, but
it wasn't super long.
It was just an awkward silence, I don't know. Obviously no, because we're with each other and we know we love each other, but it's just something you don't really you don't really ask the other person, I guess, why do you love me? I don't know. It's just sometimes the simplest questions are a lot harder to answer than you would think. Oh, that's another thing. I feel you should be counseled by someone who, for sure, is married. I just feel
good
it's
point.
good because you have to.
You want someone with you want someone who,
experience.
yes, based on their experience, can point out,
things that they've had to work through, or just stuff like that.
Exactly.
Because he's already brought up a couple examples.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah, good point. It's good to have someone sitting right there in front of you who is going to dig into those questions, and that's different than Quinn and I sitting across from each other at coffee and asking each other those questions. Even though we may come up with the same answers, more often than not, we probably won't land on something as specific as we might sitting across from a pastor who is looking for that answer. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, premarital counseling. It's been a good thing so far, and we like it, and we're about to go get ice cream, so we're going to go do that. Do you have anything else you want to say about premarital? Okay.
Okay.
See you in 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Bony butt.
Bony butt.
Okay, 17 minutes. Starting now.
Okay, we got our ice cream. I'm going to talk because this ice cream is so good. We're just going to keep eating it. So let's talk a little bit about long distance. Because that's currently what we're doing right now. and what we're doing all the time.
So far.
I know some of you live like 4 hours from the other person, but we're just one seat from the other, and it's hard.
That was dumb. No.
But seriously, let's talk about long distance. We've said before in other videos, I'm still in college, so during the school year, we are 4 hours away from each other. When I'm back home, we are 1 hour away from each other. We are currently 1 hour away from each other. We've tried to do this video 2 times already. And the first time...
It sucked. And
the second time, it was worse.
This is the third, so we'll
So this
see.
is the third time. I think it's something we need to do because we've been doing this for almost 4 years now. And if we can offer hope for anyone who has just started something like this, or anyone who's questioning doing whether or not to do a long distance relationship, it doesn't have a best way. Like, there is no 10 steps to have a solid long distance relationship. There is no cookie cutter long distance relationship. There's no way to do it perfectly. Just with any other relationship, it has to be shaped and formed by the specific people that are in that relationship. So basically all that to say, Quinn and I might give you some examples in this video of like some things that we've done. They might not work for you, but we're just gonna give you some things that we have had to do, and some things that we've learned to do over the last 4 years. It's been 3 years of long distance, 2.5 maybe 3, whatever. But yeah.
It's definitely 3.
Okay.
How to communicate is something that we've had to work on a lot. Literally just talking, figuring out when to talk to each other, or like how much to talk to each other, but still like have time with friends or have time to do what you need to do, and just like balancing it well.
The first couple years I was at college, specifically the first year, I didn't do the communication thing super well. I was just in a new place making new friends and was like very excited to get to know new people. And Quinn was still in high school with the same old people. Just kidding. She loves them. So I was very distracted by the new things. And it took us a while to have a sit-down conversation on like...
Which was my fault, kind of. Because I just didn't tell you that it was a problem.
Yeah.
And you didn't know it was a problem.
Right. And that speaks to another thing with long distance or any relationship. Just like if you feel that something is wrong, like in your spirit with the relationship, don't put that conversation off. I would say especially in long distance, because you're not always with that person, and you have to learn how to talk with that person in a way that is not face-to-face, because you can't be face-to-face. And those conversations are harder to have when you're long distance. So it's equally as important to have those conversations, but harder. So we had a sit-down conversation. Basically, she told me that it was hard for her when I would either in one situation say that I was going to be able to talk that night, or I was going to be able to FaceTime that night, and then I would get distracted by whether it was homework or goofing around with friends or whatever, and then be like, oh, sorry, can we talk tomorrow, or something like that. Even if we would make it a point to talk at a different point, it still was not good. Because I was setting a certain expectation and not meeting those expectations.
We would like set a time, and then it would get later and later, and then like I would just go to bed or something. But I also didn't tell you like I need to go to bed at this time or something. So that was partly my fault.
And that just goes back to the communication. Communication, the further away you are, it gets harder, especially if you get into different time zones. Fortunately, we're not in different time zones. Being 4 hours away made communication hard, and we had to learn how to be very intentional with setting times, setting days where we would talk regularly. This last year, I think, was the first year that we set an actual day where we were going to FaceTime that day of every week. We definitely talked on the phone and, like, texted all the time outside of that, but this was our day where we were going to FaceTime regardless. Like, people would ask if I wanted to hang out and be like, okay, I can hang out until this time, and then Quinn and I have a date tonight.
Like, there were a couple times we changed it, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, like, something
you have to communicate about.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, oh, I have, like, a family thing tomorrow where, like, sometimes you would have, like, practice that, you can't change because it's kind of like your job.
Right. Like, really prioritizing that time and setting it apart for the person that you love. I would say a lot of relationships, it seems like it's very easy. I know it's very easy to rush into the physicalities. It's very easy to, I'm not going to say give in because it's not a bad thing. It's just, like, very easy to get to know that person on a physical level.
Oh.
Oh no, kid just fell off his bike. Oh, he's done. Dunzers.
I remember when I used to fall off my bike. He's explaining it.
Yeah. And poor kid. So it's very, very easy right off the bat to get to know each other on that physical level. But long distance taught us to get to know each other differently. Like I said, we had that year and a half to...
He's not wearing a helmet.
Are you?
I'm so sorry.
Long distance taught us to get to know each other differently than that, through a lot of talking, and through not a lot of
This. Holding hands.
Not a lot of this. Back to the point that you were making. When you are away from the person, the want to...
It's not...
The want to do this.
It's not even like... I don't know. It's not like that's all you want to do. I mean, you haven't seen the person once, so obviously you do. But, like... It's like you still want to talk to the person and, like, go do fun stuff or whatever, but it's just like, I don't know if that's how you felt, but it's just, you're not going to see them for the rest of the month, and you're like, you just want to, like...
No, that's perfect. That's perfect.
I think I have stuff in my teeth.
Was there anything else that was glaringly hard over the last few years?
Something that's still hard is focusing on Jesus. Because you don't have that much time.
Don't have that much time, and you really want to, like, focus in on the other person and be like, I just want to soak up every minute with you and only you. Because once a month, or whatever it is.
So that's something we are still working on.
Yeah. If you go watch the devotionals video that we put up a little while ago, we went through one devotional.
I was not a part of that, so you might not even want to watch it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so we worked through that one devotional this last year, and there's something that we're doing right now that's been really good for us. And
it's secretive, and you can't know unless you go watch the video.
But yeah, we are constantly having to find new and fresh ways to keep ourselves focused on Him. Yeah, Jesus. Let's do, like, one final spiel
I
about...
literally thought you were about to start praying.
Jesus, would you just be with our fellow long-distancers?
Just be with all of our 68 subscribers.
Jesus, yes. Be with all of them.
Okay,
And
stop. Anyway.
Wait, no, I have one more prayer. And be with all of our 700 subscribers that are just wanting to do it, but are just one button click away.
Don't hit there's a little kid. Do not hit the little kid. I'm just telling you, you can't
Hit the big kid, hit the adult, hit the grandpa, but don't hit the little kid. So we used to, like, at least I used to be like, yeah, long distance is hard, but it's very worth it. And we are learning so much right now. It's very good. Right now, And this probably has something to do with us getting closer to the wedding.
5 months. Woo.
Is it really? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is. We just talked about this. 5 months and a few days. I'm just gonna say, like, long distance sucks. We are longingly waiting for that day where we don't have to, like, plan out 2 days or 1 day a week. Like right now, it's a little easier to see each other because we're 1 hour away from each other. But we're waiting for the day where we can just, like, wake up and I can look you in the face and be like, I can't wait to spend the whole day with you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it right now because for me, right now, it's hard.
In all seriousness, though.
In all snot. In all snot. In all
seriousness, though. Lately, I actually don't feel like I've been learning anything from long distance.
It's just been hard.
Yeah. But we have learned a lot, and it has helped us, I think. But right now, we're just like, this sucks. But it's okay, because we're almost done.
But for us, it's been worth it. And I would even say a positive might be that, like, we really anticipate more so than maybe other people do. They get, like, we are not taking for granted the fact that in 5 months we are going to be together every day. I think that concludes our spiel on premarital counseling and long distance relationships. You might not ever feel ready for it. We certainly never felt ready for it, and we've never, like, been okay with it, I would say. But it's the life that we've lived, and it's been a good ride. And
until I can't no more.
Oh, get that.
Thank you for watching. I'm gonna finish chewing. It's really annoying people are chewing. Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe.
If you want to, you can like it.
If you don't want to, you can still like it and subscribe it. I'm stopping right here because the light is perfect. Hey.
We love you guys.
We love you guys just the way you are.
I like you as you are, exactly and precisely.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
I like you as you are. I wouldn't want to change you or even rearrange you, not by far. I like you, I-L-I-K-E-Y-O-U. I like you, yes I do. I like you, Y-O-U. I do. I like you as you are. Certainly do.